Well, hey family, this is Darlene with Jewelry by BDK. So this is the pendant that I'm going to use to make this necklace with these wire beads that I made. So I'm curious to see what it's going to come out looking like. So let's get started. I am going to start with a couple of coconut beads, coconut chips, and I will put one on each side. And I kind of like to start off with the coconut chips. The coconut chips or any other beads that will close against that part of the pendant. I don't like it to be just open like that. And then when I put the beads on, it's just like, just real open. I like it to be kind of closed in, something like that. It just gives it a kind of nicer look to me. So as we put the beads on, you'll see what I'm talking about. And I always got to fight with the wire, but I like working with wire, the 18 gauge wire. For me, it's durable. And if you charging, people any amount of money, you do want, the product to be solid. Um, I don't know what the potential would be for wire to break or, come apart. I don't think that it would. I haven't had any pieces, come apart. So I'm gonna probably do this like this first just to see, because I do want it to look very different. So I'm going to put one of these wire beads, put it through those little holes that we made for the wire to go through. We'll do that one. And then let's do this side with the orange. Go straight through the little holes we created, and that's what we want. So we do want it to look something like such. But I think what I'm going to do, because of the turquoise color, I'm going to take off the orange and I'm going to put the one that has the turquoise closer, just so the colors will blend in better together. So we'll put this here. And I want to make sure it goes through up there. And we got that. So you can see when I change the color from orange to the turquoise, it matches a whole lot better than with that red. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and add some more of the beads that we painted. I think I want to put some color. So we'll do that one. And then let's put this one. And these are those 20 millimeter beads that I painted. And then, let's see what other color. Do the orange, or maybe the green. Let's do the yellow on this side. So we'll add the yellow. And we do want to put it in to where it goes through the hole. That was the reason why we put those holes like that. So we do that. And then how about we do the red one on this side? And I'm trying to stay in frame, but you know how this wire does. Okay, so that's in there. And let's see what we got so far. So far, this is what we have. Right. That's what that looks like so far. With the pendant. And then let's add a couple more. Let's see. I'm going to add this bead. And we will add one of these beads. All these have been hand painted. So we'll put that. And then we'll add the green on this side. Make sure it goes through the hole up here, because that's why we made the hole. this one here. We missed the hole. Now it's in the hole. So let's see what we got. I like the way it looks so far. Very different, really unique piece. And that's the idea. I should have maybe filled it in here at the bottom with a lot of the coconut chips. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to finish this off because I do see something that I want to do. I want to fill it in like right here about maybe this much of coconut chips. So all that space right there would just be coconut chips. And then I'll start to build on those coconut chips with all these beads. So this is pretty much what it will look like. So let me put a couple more beads on here. So I'm not going to finish it off. I'm going to just give you an idea of what it's going to look like. So we'll put that there. And then we'll put this one here. Okay, so let's do that. Yeah, because I can see if I fill it in down here, it'll give it a really, really nicer look than what it's giving me right now. And I will have to make another wire bead because I do want one on each side. So I only have one left, so I do have to make another one off camera. So it's some changes I'm going to make to this. So I'm not going to, let me see, I'm going to put a couple more beads on here just to give us an idea what it's going to look like with all the beads on it. And I am going to finish off with a bunch of big beads. And generally what I would do is, if you've seen any of the other videos, you know I generally finish it with those smaller wood beads. But with this one, because I really like the way that it looks, I'm going to finish it off with the all the big beads. So I'm going to finish it off with all the big beads, and it'll have one of those real huge lobster clasps. But I could see what I want to do right here. Hold on a second. Let me grab something. So let's put this on here real quick. I don't want to twist the wire, because if I twist the wire, then I'll have an issue trying to get my beads back through. Okay, so this gives you an idea of what I'm trying to do. So this little part right here, I'm going to fill this in with maybe about, maybe 9 or 10 more chips. So it'll go up and it'll, cover up here. And then I'll restack all the beads and everything on it. And I can see where it'll give me what I want. Because I can see that in my mind, the stacking them more right here. And then I really, really like this. I like the way this looks. So I am going to make more of these beads. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make them bigger this time. And I said that in the last video for, making the beads. But I do see where, and I tried to do that. That's why I used a bigger, something this time. But it's still, it's not as big as I want them. So I am going to make them a little bit bigger. But I really do like this. And the only change I'm going to make to this, like I said, is those chips. But outside of that, I really love the way it looks. And for the earrings for this, I am more than likely going to make some wire, like wire earrings to go with this. And if I got enough beads and wire, I might make a couple of sets for, and then there's, what's that thing that's coming up? It's a women's conference, and it's a women's conference, but it's a spiritual conference at one of the churches. And generally at the churches, the women will buy the sets. So that's why I'm working on a lot of necklace sets, because they always buy the sets. And for the sets, I always make the sets $125. So any set will be 125. And if the set has, not this much work into it, I might sell sets for $80. So they'll get the necklace and they'll get the pair of earrings. But for those type of events, because I've done enough of them, I pretty much know to take pieces like this, because they eat this kind of stuff up. Just the uniqueness of it, they eat this up, especially necklace sets. They really like those. They'll buy earrings and maybe some bracelets, but their whole thing is sets. Keeping in mind that many of them are, well, it's a spiritual event, like a church event, a women's conference and that type of thing. So you do have women that always dress up Sunday morning or whatever. And then also many of them are business people, like business professionals. So they do have to dress up for their jobs, and they want to be a dime piece when they walk in somewhere. So they generally will gravitate to pieces like this, like really fast. I mean, anything that I have like this at any one of those events where it's a lot of ladies at, these be the first to go. They be like, and I think if I even put $150 tag on it, they would still buy it because of the uniqueness of it. And that's what I try to do that with my pieces. I don't want my pieces looking like everybody else's pieces. It's just something about that just don't work for me. And even if I tried to make them look like everybody else's, I couldn't do that because of the way my mind works. So I like everything to look different. So with this one, I do see things in my mind that I want to change up on here, and I'm getting ready to do that. So as I was showing you guys, I just got, a different idea. But I really, really, really like the way this looks. I mean, I love it, especially like with the pen. And what I'm getting ready to do, my throat, is try to make some more pendants like this. I like the uniqueness of it with the little wire part I put on here. So it's just a really different pendant. So I'm getting ready to try to make some more of these too. So trying to get ready for May and June. There's something coming up in August, but that's like way up in August. I gotta see, I gotta see. But I have committed myself to a couple of events for May, and then also like for June. So it is what it is, like for right now. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Tell me what you guys think about it. This is real pretty. Really, really, really like this. Alrighty. So I'm going to go ahead and redo it. Add those pieces here. And then make the earrings. And then this piece will be done. Finish it off and put the lobster clasp on it. And then this one will be finished. Just that fast. All the work for this one was basically painting beads. So like painting the beads, waiting it out for them to dry, and then working on some other stuff, and then coming back to this. But it really takes nothing to put them together. So that's the biggest part, preparation. So I like the way it looks. But anyway, Darlene Knight for Jewelry by BDK. And you know what, guys? Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Because a lot of you guys are like really diehard, and I really, 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 really appreciate that. And also like with your questions, a lot of you guys have found me. I mean, a lot of you guys have found me on Facebook, and I really do appreciate that. And I appreciate the fact that you will say to me, Miss Darlene, I know that you're busy. Whenever you get a chance, I want to have a chat with you about one, two, or three. And I really do appreciate the fact that you understand that, I'm not ignoring you because I'm not answering you like immediately. It's just, you girl got a schedule just like the rest of you guys. You're busy, you got 1,000 things that you're doing, and, I'll get to it. And I know there's a couple of questions in there now that I am going to answer, but they're a little bit involved. So I'll answer them. And there's a couple of emails too. I saw this morning there's some emails too, and I'll get around to them. That's a given, definitely. But anyway, Darlene for Jewelry by BDK. And guess what, folks? We'll talk.